Hey guys, so today is a really big day for me because as of 6 hours ago, I have been one year sober. Everybody clap. Woo! Yes, I have been 1 year sober. And I know everyone's like, but didn't you leave in September? Like, wasn't that supposed to be the last day for you? You really think I didn't bring shit with me on the plane? We were in Spain for 3 weeks. I went from LA to Spain for 3 weeks, Turkey for a week, and then came to Dubai. And then I've been living here since, and it's been a year since I've lived here. I also came to Dubai a year ago on this day. I've been a year sober, and I remember exactly a year ago on this day, the night before was the last dose of that I had, but it was in the form of like a gummy. And then the morning of October 5th, 11 a.m. was my last of snow. Oh my god, but like you're literally so young. Why are you doing that? Have you watched Euphoria? I don't know. I'm having my beef veggie bowl with Greek yogurt. This is like my protein bowl. I'm making soup right now. It's actually like, you guys, okay, how do I feel after being sober for a year? Let's talk about it. Okay, let's taco about it. So after a year, okay, let's talk 3-month segments, okay? First 3 months, I was planning my, like, death. I literally, like was planning my death. I was like, I can't do this. I literally can't do this because my dad committed international parent-child abduction. Yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing, and I looked it up, and he can go to jail for, like, 3 to 5 years for it. Whatever, who cares? It's not like they're gonna, like, the cases here in the Middle East barely get solved. When it's like in Mexico, like obviously like they get solved because like Mexico's like right down there, down the America, whatever. So, hold on. I think this lighting is better. I don't know. I look like schizophrenic. So within the first 3 months, I was like planning to literally die, and I was like trying to find plugs here in Dubai. And okay, it's easy. You can definitely get like snow. You can definitely get like ganja here. I just, you know, I was tweaking. I was like literally tweaking, okay? And the week of my sobriety, yeah, I think I was doing every single day, and every morning when I woke up before breakfast, I had to take my edible, like 30 milligrams. I brought so much with me, like so much. Or I think it was 15, I don't know. And then like when I take it in the morning, during like the come down of the gummy, I would just feel like so like out of it. So then it would be like 5 p.m. and I would start doing, you know, oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking about this. And then I remember being on the plane. I left September 13th or 11th, I don't know. I left like that week of September last year to go to Spain, to like see friends, blah blah. And then on the plane, I just was fiending. So I had my boutique and my geek with me, both of them, my boutique and my geek. So I was just like chiefing them in the airport bathroom, and then the alarm went off, and then the freaking mother freakers, like we were in, oh mind you, this wasn't even Delta, this wasn't even, no, this was Turkish Airlines, bro. Turkish Airlines. Like they looked at me, you know the way that your mom looks at you whenever you fucked up, like the, like, bro, okay? So immediately, what do? I come out and I'm like, I don't know what did it. I said my tampon exploded. They were like, why is there smoke? And I'm like, my tampon I don't use tampons. What? Like, okay, my bad. The camera got cut off because like I don't have any storage, so I had to delete like a bunch of videos that like I don't even like look back at. So yeah, I was on the plane chiefing the shit out of my geek and my boutique. Okay, then I'm like, okay, our seats, okay, we're in like the front row of economy. I think that's what you call it. I couldn't afford business, you guys know this. Business class is for later, you guys know. Okay, so we were in the front, right? Like not in like different, okay. And then we were in the front, therefore there was a bathroom here and there's a bathroom here. I look to my left, there's the bathroom. Okay, I look to my right, so I go to this bathroom. And then so it's right there, like it's not even at the end of the hallway, no, it's right there. And my dad looks at me and he's like, what the fuck did you do? And I'm just like, I don't know, like my tampon exploded. He's like, your tampon didn't fucking explode. And I'm like, yes it did, like I don't even know where that came from. Like I don't even know, bro, like I don't even know. I just denied. Mind you, freaking caught me. Dude, I had to literally clear out like 30,000 freaking photos just so I can freaking film this. Anyway, while we were on the plane, okay, not only did I have my geek in here, in my boutique, right in here, okay? Now, in my main luggage, I had an 8-ball. In here, I had 3 8-balls. So what does my dumbass decide to do? I thought, oh my god, this is over, I'm gonna get caught. Spoiler alert, they didn't even search me, okay? I thought, oh my god, I sound like Tana Mojo. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my boutique, I'm gonna take my geek, I'm gonna take a couple hits of it, and I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna hide it behind the toiletries in the bathroom, like where they put the toilet paper, the extra toilet paper and stuff. So I put it inside like the toilet paper roll, and I hid it in the very back, under like the cupboard, under the sink, behind the toilet, okay? I take my 3 8-balls, rack them up, big ass fucking lines, okay? The lines were like yeah, like this huge. One of them. So then there were like 7 of these, and I just went away. Oh my god, I wasn't even shaking like this. No, I was shaking like this, I felt like I genuinely was gonna die. Oh, before the plane even boarded, I took an edible. So like at that point, I should have just died. I literally should have just died. Why? Like, why? Hello, dude. So I was in my seat putting like my headphones on. So I put my headphones on. So I didn't want to listen to music. I was shaking while picking the music. So I went to like the movies, and then I picked out like the weekend performance, live performance for like HBO or whatever. And so I click on the weekend's performance, and as I'm watching, I'm trying to close my eyes and listen, but I'm just shaking like this. So I'm just like literally closing my eyes and listening while I'm shaking. My whole body, mind you, I'm shaking like a crackhead because I was a crackhead. I was 16. Yes, 16. Because I turned 17 last April, a couple months ago. So what the fuck is a 16-year-old freaking doing 3 8? But luckily I had like a 3rd 8-ball in my luggage that was like being shipped as well. So I really thought they were gonna search me, so I got rid of everything that I had on me on the plane. They didn't search me. But it's okay, you know why? Because like, okay, I still had my edibles, and I still had I had a couple of shrooms, like 2 little like chocolate shrooms, and then I had an 8-ball in my luggage. So I got rid of everything that was on me. Oh, and in my shampoo, god, I sound like I was an addict, okay? and I had shampoo. I brought shampoo and conditioner with me, but instead I filled it up with beer and vodka. Like kill me right now. Like actually, like put a gun to my head. Glock in my mouth, okay? So yeah, if like you're my friend and you didn't know this about me, yeah, I was in my hardcore Rue era, except I was kind of bougie about it. I was like flying to Turkey, you know. But then I had edibles that lasted me for a month after that. For like about a month. So we left the second week of September. It lasted me until October 5th. Or October 4th, because the last night I took an edible, I left a really good dose, and then it was the last night that we were in Turkey, so I made my dad, it was like 10 p.m. and the edible just hit. I made my dad take me downstairs, and we hit every single fucking restaurant on Taksim Street that we were on. I went and got me burgers, I got chocolate cake, I fucking got knafa with chai, I got shawarma, I got Turkish ice cream, bitch, I got everything, bro. The munchies was yes it was. And girl, best night of my life ever. Like honestly. So first 3 months I was debating on sewer slide. Okay. After the 3 months passed, I would like the first 3 months I was just sitting on the couch in my room doing nothing at my great grandma's house in Sharjah. I was just sitting in my room doing nothing, rotting away, watching TV, doing nothing, absolutely nothing. I was depressed. The fuck, okay? After 3 months passed, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Like wasting my life away. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna start going to the gym, because those 3 months I gained so much weight. But like your queen is like skinny now. I've been going to the gym, but those first 3 months, major depression. I gained so much weight. I was just eating snacks, sugar, wake up, have sugar, lunch sugar, dinner sugar, midnight snack sugar. Bitch, I'd wake up and have cupcakes for breakfast, pizza for breakfast, iced coffee for breakfast, order online. And we'll get to the consequences of that later, okay? After 3 months, I was like, bitch, you need to like get the fuck up and do something. So I started going to the gym. Not that consistently, but yeah, I started going to the gym. And this was around like to October, November, December, January. So this was around January 2025. And the air was cold here in the UAE. So I just started doing my 10K steps. I was going, because the house that I was staying at, I'm in a different apartment right now. I'm in like this like cool ass freaking apartment, you know, it's like super freaking cool. But at the house that I was in at the time, it was like a freaking like big giant Middle Eastern house with like 20 rooms in it, and I had my own room. So they wouldn't let you turn the air conditioning on, so I couldn't pace in my own room. So I would just pace around the house, go around the house. It took like a minute to go around the entire house. So I would get my 10K steps in easily, right? And yeah, like after 3 months, like I just started maybe eating a little healthier. That's when I got diagnosed with colitis. Now, how did I get diagnosed with colitis? From all of the bad eating habits that I had. I was eating no fiber. I was barely getting any protein in. I was just eating snacks and carbs, like sugar and carbs, cereal, you know, Oreos, cookies, donuts, crepes, knafa, Arabic sweets, this, that, spaghetti, rice. I don't eat that no more, as you can tell, right? So it was just really bad. And then that's when also I started manifesting. That's when I was like, I need to fucking change my life and I need to start to manifest. That's when I started manifesting and changing my life. If you look at photos of me from January 2026, I did not look like this. I genuinely did not look like this. I was fat. I was fat. I was ugly. I was breaking out all the time. I had a freaking double chin, okay? I looked like Ash fucking Trevino. My hair was ugly. My body was ugly, okay? And then so I just started manifesting like a perfect body, a perfect life, and it's coming to me. Like right now, it's like, oh my god, if you've been manifesting for this long, then why aren't you a millionaire now? Because that's not how it works. It's not supposed to come to you instantly. When you manifest it, it's already out there for you. You just gotta wait till you get there. You gotta already assume it's happening for you. Like I already know that I'm gonna touch millions and even billions in this life, unlike you broke bitches, okay? It's just not meant for me right now. It's not written for me right now, but it's written in there. It's in there, okay? Anyway, so I slowly started manifesting. I started feeling better after 6 months. I was like, okay, maybe I can get out of my depression, you know? After 6 months, it was my birthday. It was April 3rd. I was a little chubby. And I kind of felt a little confident because the manifestations and the affirmations were kind of working. The weather started getting hotter a little bit. So I was like, fuck, like, how am I gonna pace around? So I got a walking pad. And I just started walking on my walking pad every single day for like 2 hours. And it almost exploded, but who cares? You gotta get your steps in, girl. Get your 10K steps in, drink that green goddess juice, okay? After 6 months, yeah, I was like feeling better. I was okay. And then I celebrated being 6 months sober. Woohoo, you know. No, oh, let me mention. In February, I went to a wedding and they had a mini bar, so obviously I drank. Duh. And I'm not really an alcoholic. I don't have like an alcohol issue. It was mostly like a snow and like a, you know, issue. Green issue. And then so April, I felt okay. April, May, I probably had the worst depression ever the months of April and May because I had candida overgrowth and my dad was going really broke. He was like in debt, like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. So we could not afford no doctor. Okay. So obviously ChatGPT was my doctor. And so I got candida overgrowth, which basically means all the bad bacteria in my gut was like overgrowing and like ruining my entire body. And it gives you depression, it gives you fatigue, it makes you like lighthearted and stuff, lightheaded. It makes you weak, it makes you like literally want to yourself, you know? So I had to, and that was the consequences of me eating a bunch of sugary and carby things. So I had to go on a candida cleanse and I had to cut off carbs, sugar completely. I had to cut out fizzy drinks, sugar, anything with sugar and carbs, basically. All I could eat was veggies, protein. Oh, and fruits. I had to cut out fruits too. I could only eat berries every now and then. I could eat like blueberries, strawberries. That's it. I could not, and nuts. So only specific nuts like almonds and walnuts. I can't have pistachios. I can't have peanuts, even though I did have peanut butter, but whatever, who cares? And okay, the first 3 weeks of my candida cleanse, this was May 20th, maybe, when I realized that I had like a yeast infection, candida overgrowth. It was so bad. So I relapsed on sugar billions of times. The last time I had sugar, like genuinely had actual sugar was maybe like July, August. And what, it's like October now? Yeah. So I had to cut out sugar and carbs. It was horrible because I was living with my great aunt, okay? But then that same week that I got a yeast infection, mind you, I was diagnosed on fucking ChatGPT, okay? That same week I got a yeast infection and I had to like didn't eat certain things, even though I relapsed. I would eat half jars of Nutella. Here's a jar of Nutella, I would eat half of it because I was restricting myself. But then as soon as we moved to this apartment that week, I was like, okay, new fresh start. You have to fucking never touch sugar again. Ever again. I never touched sugar since. And then I only had sugar in August to like the 1st of August or whatever, because I had like a birthday gathering at like my great aunt's house whenever we went to visit them. It's like an hour away and we go like every other weekend. But when I went over there, I had sugar. Anyway, so May, June, April, May, June, July. So these 3 months, I barely thought about weed. I did come here and I did try to look for a plug, but not necessarily for weed, more for like Molly and like Snow, which is still as bad, you know, but for me, weed is, weed is way, way worse than like MDMA or like Snow, like ecstasy. So yeah, like, I don't know, but then I also had depression because I was withdrawing from sugar and carbs. So that made me want weed really bad. Really bad. I would literally, when did Love Island come out? Like mid-June, right? So when we came here, Love Island came out. And what I would do is, when it was 5 p.m. when Love Island came out, it was like 4 a.m. for me. Or I think it was 6 p.m. in California and then 5 a.m. for me. So I would be awake. I would wake up every day at 8 p.m., stay up till 8 a.m., make sure to watch Love Island at 5 a.m., go to sleep at 10 a.m., wake up at 8 a.m. I was nocturnal because of Love Island. I had no room to do nothing. I barely cleaned my room. I barely cleaned my like house, whatever. My dad doesn't like do shit because all he does is like he's at work and like fucking bitches. We'll get to that later. But I had no time for nothing and I would binge so much. I stayed away from sugar and carbs a lot, but I would binge on like tomatoes and eggs. I would literally binge on eggs and egg whites. Yeah. I would binge on oats. I would binge on like ground beef, you know. It was really bad. It was depressing because of my, like, I was taking medicine for it too. I was taking probiotics. I was taking diflucan, boric acid suppositories, and yeah, I was taking those. So after a month kind of like the candida getting killed off and I was restoring the good bacteria, my gut microbiome, that's when my energy started to come back. And then my dad, he noticed that like I was like fucking depressed and he couldn't handle it. And then he was like, I'm literally gonna make you go to the gym and I'm gonna time you, and if you come back, like you're gonna stay in there for 2 hours. I don't care if you do nothing, you're gonna go to the gym, or else like you're grounded. Okay, whatever. So I go to the gym and I'm like, you know what? I miss the gym a lot. I miss like tracking my calories, not in like an obsessive way, kind of. I kind of like got into my eating disorder, but anyway, I missed eating high protein meals. I missed like having like muscles, you know. So like, and I missed having abs. I missed being skinny. And I was really, really overweight like in July. So I decided to like take action immediately. I went and thank you. Immediately. Thank you. Immediately, I went into a calorie deficit. Like that day, I went to a deficit, high protein. I downloaded my beloved calorie counting app. Okay. I don't really weigh myself because of like eating disorder stuff, you know, but I started going back to the gym. I started, you know, feeling amazing. I would, and mind you, throughout the entire sober journey, I would have cigarettes here and there. I would steal some from my uncle. I'd steal some from my dad's girlfriend. So every other day I had a cigarette outside in the balcony, you know? Like, come on now. Wouldn't you want to have a cigarette out there, sitting on like that fucking chair, having a cigarette, right? So it was nice. it wasn't that bad. At least I had something to cope, right? Like, I need an addiction. Like, I'm the kind of person that, like, I need an addiction to something, which sucks, and this is why I'm gonna be fucking single for the rest of my life. But yeah, I need an addiction to something, whether it's drugs, whether it's a person, whether it's a feeling, whether it's food. That's why, like, I gained so much weight. I had an addiction to food, right? So like, I started going back to the gym. Immediately I started losing weight. Like, the first week I was like, damn, like my stomach isn't like fucking, like, I don't look pregnant anymore, you know? Like, I actually have like abs, right? Like, I'm actually like, my freaking arms, bitch, my freaking arms used to be like this big. There's like barely anything now. They used to be freaking huge, okay? I never was able to see my collarbones. Okay, my boobs are like so big, right? So yeah, I started like losing weight very fast at the gym, eating high protein. I'd binge sometimes, and then, my dad like pisses me off sometimes, and then those times I'm like, oh my god, I fucking need a hit right now. Like, I need a hit. I need weed. I need weed. I need weed. But then it's like, you don't need weed. Okay, and then in the month of like August and September, especially September of this year, like a month ago, 2 months ago, that's when I started seriously taking my manifestations seriously. I would not the fucking stupid 369 method, the O method, the 333, bitch, like, fuck those methods. They do work, they're just slowly. I would quantum shift. I would do SAS. I would do, what's it called? I would do rituals. I would drink moon water on my period during the lunar eclipse. That manifestation. Not like the 369. No. Okay, none of that. So mind you, September, I've gone months and months and months without carbs or sugar. I feel great. I do not recommend, I recommend, if you're watching this, please stop eating sugar. Stop drinking sugar. Oh my God, stop drinking sugar, please, for the love of God. Stop drinking sugar, okay? Stop eating carbs, high glycemic, whatever index, carbs, refined carbs, high glycemic. Let me look this up, hold on. Okay, I think it's pronounced high glycemic foods. For example, like refried beans, sweet potato. Okay, well, I eat sweet potato like every once in a while. I do not eat cereal. I don't have cornstarch, croutons, donuts, muffins. I don't have granola. I make my granola at home. I don't have taco shells, tortillas. I do not have noodles, barbecue sauce, ketchup, honey, jelly, sugar, maple syrup, teriyaki sauce, chocolate. I do have chocolate. I make my own at home, or I get sugar-free chocolate sweetened with stevia or like monk fruit. Molasses, potato chips, ice cream, corn chips, crackers, pretzels, you know, like blah, blah, blah. You should be eating low glycemic foods like oatmeal, eggs, protein powder, peanut butter, tahini, olives, beef, cheese, salsa, black beans, kidney beans, ground turkey, soy sausage, chicken, turkey sausage, salmon, you get the gist. This is all I eat. Tofu, tomato, lettuce, onion, mushroom, cucumber, blueberries, milk. Well, I don't drink dairy anymore. Tomato sauce, spinach, carrots, orange, pineapple, Brussels sprouts, eggplant. You know what I mean? Look up Candida cleanse, Candida diet, okay? That's what I do, okay? So I recommend stop fucking eating sugar, because the reason why you're fucking depressed is because you're eating sugar, okay? My dad has a whole entire fucking cupboard full of just sugary, like, bullshit, and it's gross. It's gross, okay? So I barely think about this stuff anymore. It's October now. It's been a year. It's been a year, Daddy. I really, really miss you. Okay, But that was crazy. I just told a crazy story on here that like I never ever thought I would have ever told anyone. Well, I told like my best friend, but like I never thought like I would publicly like say this out loud. Cause like I know all my friends, they think I'm like this like innocent, like cutesy, smart, like hot girl who's like smart and educated. Well, I am a smart, educated, you know, rich, hot girl. But what they didn't know is about my past. But that's not me. If you knew me from before last month, that was not me. Hell, even yesterday, that was not me yesterday. Yesterday, who was that? That was AI. I'm a new person today. Every day I become a new person, okay? If you knew me, yeah, okay. If you knew me and you met me during my horrible, horrible phases, I ran away twice in 2024 for well over like a month, okay? If you knew me one or two of those times and you helped me out whenever I ran away, there's many of you. Thank you, but that's just not who I am anymore. I'm not the person who like goes to the park and drinks and then like comes back to like your house and then like oh, you invite your buddies over and then you drink. Or I'm not the kind of person who like, oh yeah, I'm so down to do a tab and do some lines and you know take some like drink some Molly water and then you know like papa this, papa that. Like I don't do that no more. I don't like crave that. I don't need that. I don't need to fill the void with like stupid shit like that, okay? I really don't. The only thing that can fill my void right now, well, I mean, my void is already filled, honestly. I love myself. I eat healthy. I'm active every single day. I'm educated. I'm a rich bitch. What, like, I'm fucking gorgeous. What more do you want? Okay? So, and I really thought I was ugly last year. Last year, yeah, I was skinny. Yeah, I was like going out and having fun and doing drugs, going to parties and stuff. That's just not who I am. Everyone out there my age who's partying, who's drinking and stuff like that, you're a loser because you're not out here getting educated, okay? You need a job. Get a job. You're living off of mommy and daddy's money? Oh my God. I came from nothing. Oh my God, wait, this is getting serious. I lived off of food stamps. I used to go to freaking Families Forward, whatever. My friends that I went to school with in elementary would volunteer when I went there and I freaking got expired food because my dad couldn't afford groceries. Yeah. I came from the fucking gutter. I made it out from the mud. Right? Okay. I grew up wearing clothes from Walmart. The first time I ever had anything designer was last June. The first designer thing I ever bought for myself, that hurt, ow. The first designer thing I ever bought for myself was a thrifted Louis Vuitton bag in June. Then I got myself like a Fendi bag. Then I got myself like another fucking designer bag. I have like another Louis bag. I have my mother's 2009 pink Michael Kors purse with a buckle. Pink purse with a bright buckle, but pink guns in case of trouble. Anyway. Yeah, so like, if you're living off of mommy and daddy's money, okay, you're a loser. Sorry. I respect people who made it out the mud and they're high class, okay? I respect people, like when I go, like yesterday I went to like a high class event here in Dubai. There were so many people here with fucking mommy and daddy's money. And then there were people who were in the corner shy, but I can see they had a house on their wrist, okay? My fit yesterday costed more than your rent. Was it mommy and daddy's money? No. My own money. I earned. Okay? I don't have a job now. This was money from last year that I saved up, right? Doing miscellaneous things, right? not like, no, not like that. Like, I had a job here and there, okay? But like, I'm just really grateful that I'm not like a stuck-up bitch. And I'm grateful that I've earned everything that I have. And I didn't grow up going up to my mom being like, Mommy, can you buy me these $400 Jordans? Please, please, please. They're like limited edition, like Travis Scott, Cactus Jack, like fucking Jordans, whatever. Lil Yachty Jordans. Oh my god, yes, of course, honey. You're a fucking dumbass and you have F's in your class. Of course I'll buy it for you. You loser. You loser. You actual loser. All right, anyways, thank you for watching. If you knew me, no you didn't, and I'm a whole new person now. I'm a rich bitch, I'm paid and pretty, and you're a loser.